Here, I'll you.
It seems like there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening.
Holy shit! Garage supports Happy Kitty because it smells. It smells because it killed 10 infidels who put mushrooms on their pizza.
Oh, 10.
Oh my god!
Seriously?
Yeah, I think it was.
Hold
I
on, let
think
me
it
go.
was. Give me a second here. I think it's Johnny Fox. Yeah, it was Johnny Fox who did this one. Yes,
Oh, Johnny
you know Johnny
Fox.
Fox is right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right
That's
now.
that's Johnny Fox who did that joke. Actually, no, we were all joking about May the Garage be with you and stuff like that. Charlie
May the
and Chris
garage
Mitchell,
be.
he helped out with the joke. Me, we were all joking about this for a long time. Lisa was dumb enough to leave in the hands of me, James, Charming Man, and Johnny Fox and a few others, while she went and was tied to the store. And long story short, she comes back and says, "What the hell? You guys created a cult while I was gone." Someone in the comment said, "I think this is how Scientology was created."
Yeah, it was created out of
Yeah, it
fiction.
was created out of us like joking hilariously.
Yeah, it was pretty much it was pretty much a written idea but it worked and it was successful because everyone started to believe that aliens were in control of their thoughts
Yes.
and such. It was kind of the weirdest
Yeah.
type of religion that they ever thought of. That,
And
but
ours was named after, and our little our joke cult was named after basically. Okay, what the hell? What happened to Max? Did he like leave Max
who
Sands? Max.
Mac. Max kind of pissed off
Yeah,
somebody.
of course. Pulling like what he did in Dreidel string or group. You know what he did? He basically pulled Kelly on, and I saw this firsthand because I was messaging Andrea and Dennis. Yeah, basically, we talked to. I talked to him about this. And he says Max pulled John Kelly up, and I'm looking through the past and stuff. He pulls John Kelly up, and Dreidel kicks him and a bunch of other people. Max pulls Kelly up. Kelly pulls at least 50 people up on the group. And Andreado was forced to kick us all out and nuke the group.
Yeah, he had to nuke the group because it was kind of obvious
You're
that
not live
people
yet, are
were
you?
abusing it. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
live.
I was like, what?
Hey, Varric. Yeah, Varric's watching it.
No.
He can come in if he wants to. It's up to
It's on the
him.
Green Rapist group.
Yeah, no.
Rapist on there.
The Green Rapist.
You know Kelly and Vera in that
Uh,
group, right?
yeah, right now we're live and I'm using the Kelly. I don't really have an issue with Kelly, but Kelly's been
All.
very
Mhm.
well. Kelly's been uh, doing that whole ethical thing, and it's like he's been trying to question everybody, and that kind of pissed off a lot of people and annoyed a lot of people. And I don't blame him for it, but the fact that people are concerned about this issue, he needs to lay it off and go after the ones that are doing the most damage in the gaming
You know,
industry.
there's a problem with Vera Low, and I've been hearing that he might be working with an SJW. I'm not sure yet, but
Well, that's fine
no, that's the
if he wants to
problem.
work with
Is
an
this
SJW.
SJW is a psycho? I know who you're
Well,
talking about, and I'm not going to go into much more details about who he's working with, but all I could say is this SJW has attacked some people I even know in GamerGate. Personally know
well,
GamerGate. And
well, whatever happens, it might as well. Did this person dox people?
no, she's just psychotic, like falsely accusing people of shit. You know, the SJW
Well,
stuff, but the fact that Verillo gave up in Sargon's information to one of them, decided.
well, the thing is, people need to understand about Sargon. I don't really think that's as much as Sargon has good intentions of trying to help GamerGate. out with the issues that he's concerned about what SJWs have been doing. Because I understand he's anti ideology, but he kind of, I think most people are upset with him or probably jealous of him.
Zargon? I'm not jealous of that guy. If
Yeah,
you're jealous of someone, you must be inadequate at something in life. I'm just saying, that's what I'm
I
saying to
don't
all
even
these
really.
people out there. You must be very inadequate about your own size. Like, if you're completely jealous,
No,
trying to bring
it's
people
not
down.
about his. It's not about his
No, that's
penis
not what I
size.
mean.
It's
But
about
I'm just
his.
trying to mean it like this: the fact that you attack, the fact that you're basically dedicating your time and effort into attacking somebody instead of bringing down the countless of SGWs, antis, dumbasses, all the bullshit that's happening in the world. Like how Review Tech USA said the Lizard Squad one time when he debated. He said like this: you have all this time and effort to bring down corrupted governments, corporations that use their people, but yeah, you're focusing on video gamers. You're pathetic, and that's what I have to say to these people that want to dedicate their time to attacking. You have your chance to expose the SJWs like Crash Override and a few other people, a few other groups, Randy Harper's anti-bullying, whatever the hell it is, feminist frequency. You have the chance to expose these people. You have time, but you focus
Yeah,
on other things, stupider things.
yeah. It
Celeb
seems
is
that
stupid.
we're here. Here's another thing that's coming up here. It confirmed that we are a terrorist organization.
Oh God, what dumbass!
Yeah, according to the source by Wikipedia, this is
It's
ridiculous.
Wikipedia, really?
This is
I gotta say
yeah. They're
one.
saying that we are.
I gotta say one thing right here.
They,
If GamerGate was a terrorism organization, we would have done something by now. We don't do.
yeah, we would have been funding. We would be funding bombs. We would be funding bombs and guns,
I
and
gotta
we're
say
not
something right
that
here.
type of.
Most of the people in GamerGate I know most of the people in GamerGate. I've talked to at least one of. I talked to at least each member of GamerGate. Monday Matt, I think, is the only one I've never talked to in GamerGate, and most of them, except for a few that were in the military, and myself, most of the people in GamerGate have no knowledge of how to operate a firearm, how to make a bomb. Most of them have none of those. Maybe the military ones, yes, and maybe for me because I've learned from freaking high school how to basically get hydrogen air out of basically water. I mean, but the most of the people in Gamergate are not dangerous, so I don't know why they're trying to go for people in Gamergate are all terrorists.
Yeah. Right now they're trying to link white supremacists to
Oh
GamerGate.
my god, really? Even after how Jonathan McIntosh said he hates Jews. That's so.
Yeah.
We're the white supremacists. Hitler would be
We're
giving
the white.
Anita Sarkeesian a hug, saying, "This is what I think of what the Aryan race should look like." They would be, you know what? Hitler would hate us with a passion because of all the different ethnicities we have in Gamergate. Hitler would hate us. Hitler would hate
Yeah.
me because I'm American and
I think most people don't get
yeah.
what's going on within GamerGate because they listen to the articles that people write about us, and they assume that everyone here is a bunch of misogynists.
And I'm gonna
It's
call
sad.
one dumbass out. Give me a second here. Let me find it.
And it's like we were telling people, no, we don't know who you're talking about, and yet you're confusing us with the white supremacists. But all I see
Hey,
is a black dude talking.
okay, I'm gonna call Laughing Witch out for being a conniving bitch for saying to Charming Man, saying, "Oh, that explains a lot because you're autistic." Go to hell, you bitch. There we go. I just had to say that outright. I
That's
had to call
fine.
around.
You're free.
Yeah.
Well, everyone. Well, those that claim to be
Yes,
autistic.
but you know what? The fact that they attack me saying, "Oh, that explains a lot because you're Asperger's," or I should treat you differently. Let me
You know
that
what?
me.
I haven't seen Lizzie attack anybody over the mention of autism. Because she did that to King of Pole once.
Who is he? It's so
Yeah,
funny because she
she
has a
wouldn't.
kid who's autistic.
Yeah, and she should went after everybody that mentions the word autism.
It pisses me off. I mean, I'm fine with like people that have autism. This is it's just autism like that. You know what? That's fine by me. I don't have a problem with that. It's just
At least some of them communicated us
it's a
about the issue
joke.
and they're concerned about.
Like John Kelly once said, he wants to write a book about the internet called "Curb Your Autism." Give me a second here.
Okay, go ahead. Mm, I'll wait for you because right now I'm just like looking at it, going like Snowden in the tweets asking about censors, SJWs, and individuals trying to limit his speech at universities is interested in neither university nor justice. Okay. Egyptian news channel uses Call of Duty 4 footage and says the footage of Russian attacks in Syria. Oh, that's fun.
Smoked him. Locked and ready for engagement.
Seriously?
Spotted a
Okay,
target.
back. Had to take a phone call. All right.
I'm looking at this video that apparently Egyptian news is using Call of Duty 4.
What the hell? We can use better clips. Heck,
Fantastic.
North Korea at least have the knowledge at least horrible for three clips. I mean, come on now.
No, they're using the same. They're using like the. They're using the. And it seems like they're using all the sound effects from it.
Okay.
It's so ridiculous. I just can't believe it.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to talk about it, all
Egyptian
four
news
specs
channel.
were released.
Russians attack Syria.
Oh my God.
They're using Call of Duty footage. It's funny. I'm looking at that video and I'm hearing like the voices and everything. They were using the Call of Duty sound effects too. Oh man, I'm like looking at Reddit right now. Just browsing through it. It's like everything here. Yo, what's up? Everything here is just kind of messed up here. Let me see if I can. So everything okay, Leon? Well, it looks like Leon's away. Let's go ahead and see what Kotaku in action will pass that shit Reddit says in subscriber count. Well, congratulations, Kotaku in action. Now you'll become the next SRS, and you'll be brigading the whole lot of Reddits and try to post a lot of information that should have been brought out. So now you will have all the power needed to take over. So let's see here. If GamerGate has any meaning or value, we must remain vigilant about YouTube Let's Play videos as they are the future moving forward. Okay, let's see what this guy has to talk about. There will always be a website like Polygon and Kotaku. They will never vanish completely like the VCR. But they will eventually shrink. Why? Because most industry experts agree that going forward, video game reviewing will become increasingly focused around videos. According to this archive, let's see what this archive has to do with it. YouTube's killing traditional games press. And this was published in June 18, 2014. Okay, there's been a notable shift in YouTube industry, which is true. YouTube has been taking over the world lately. And it seems kind of interesting enough that people have been talking about this. YouTube has become has been shifting, and right now writing has become a bigger thing right now. Let's go ahead and go to this. Digital homicide: game developers who spam 20 low quality games into green light since 2018 are now ready to sue Jim Sterling for defamation. Why are ethics such a joke to some people? Milo's outfit, hair, and attitude reminds me of someone. Alexander Matty Bryce. Let's see. So how's everyone in KIA holding up? Right now, if anybody wants to come in, they can send a message to me on Twitter. Matt Hero for Nuts. Yep, that's right, Hero for Nuts. Let's see. Twitter. Now, right now, it's just being quiet. So today, I'll probably show you guys some clips of Battlefield. See if I can get some clips here. Battlefield. No, actually, it's Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront. See if I can get some clips in here somewhere. Let's see. See if I can find it.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, cool. Yeah, because I was gonna show some interesting clips of Battlefront.
Battlefront? I got clips of Battlefront on PC. Damn, that game is good. It's not the best game I'm gonna put out there right now. It's not one of the best games. I want to hear Michael's take on it. I haven't heard much from that guy.
Rebel targeting sequence disrupted. Continue the operation as planned.
I haven't really said much about it.
What?
I haven't said much about it.
There are some problems with the game itself, like Nick.
Yeah, it was. I noticed that the respawn, especially when you try to go in the walkers,
Oh god.
you get stuck. You get stuck.
Oh no, the respawn is the respawns.
Yeah.
Oh man, the problem with the respawn, you respawn in like places, players could just shoot you from behind even before you even let control to your character. You have like this 2-second control delay before you take back control of your character. It's like, it's very stupid when you get shot during that delay.
Yeah, I remember some people. There is a lot of
Rebel
issues.
uplink interrupted.
I was gonna say it like this. I would keep antis out there that are bitching about everything. I mean, you don't know what difficulty any gaming is until you dealt with EA. They try praising you like it's a
They've been trying mercilessly for a while.
we don't take EA shit anymore. None of us do. I mean, Smosh Games calls it the most evil company ever.
Yeah, actually, there were several that called it the evil company.
I mean, it said Abstergo was the second evil gaming company. They did that shit.
A lot of it has to do with the fact that EA, they make the worst decisions.
Oh god, yeah. I'm very concerned about Mass Effect Andromeda. I want it to be good, but I hope they listen. I hope BioWare listens to the gamer, not the neon head. People have said, my wife said, those extreme feminists on neon hair, and then I showed a picture of gamer dogs to me. I'm like, that's what a feminist looks like right there. And I said like that. No, I'm like, these same people. These people basically, I told them, these people basically sent bomb threats. These kind of people sent bomb threats to GGDC and in Washington, D.C. itself. I mean, these are not sane people. Even as Society of Professional Journalists, I'm like, why them? I'm like, I don't know. These people are crazy. It's getting to the point where they're trying to call us terrorists, but they're committing terrorist acts themselves.
Yeah, and we don't know what's going on because the fact is, most people are not aware of what's going on with the groups that are trying to.
Yeah.
They think that this is all about. This is about protecting women, but the problem is who's being attacked the most here.
Yeah.
Who's being attacked the most? Children.
Now I just recently knew that they hate gays now too. Third wave feminists.
Yeah, because they're complaining about why can't
Scanners indicate the rebels have activated an optics
have men that can talk to us? Like,
No, and they don't want to. Gay men don't give a shit about women. They give only shit about other men. And you know what?
They're very friendly people.
Men are
They're not
really
really
nice
bad.
people
They're
on
not.
the planet.
They're really good people if you get to know them.
I do.
It's just
I've known a few in my life. I've met a few. I have a few as friends. I mean, gay men are not bad. I mean, what they're saying is anything less of Republican rhetoric. If that would get under their skin, then I don't know what will. Yeah.
Enemy bomber has got a lock on our walker.
It just irritates me how they act. I mean, they think that the whole world is wrong, and it doesn't. Nah.
it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
It does happen. It's not like everybody can do anything about it.
Yeah, and it's to the point where if you even disagree with them slightly, they will attack you.
Yeah, I personally don't really have an issue with it. But when it comes down to it, they're basically taking wrong approach for social equality because they basically try so hard to make us look like bad guys, and it's like you honestly think that lying to people is going to help your cause. It's just going to make it worse. No one's trying to hurt you, but when it comes down to it, they shouldn't try to
Yeah.
they shouldn't be trying to do this type of stunt because it only makes it worse for the cause. Because people need to understand this is not the way you approach a cause by doing more damage to the cause. Because you're only making it look worse for the cause.
Yeah, right. Like, I remember how Review Tech USA said it once. He says you're taking your time back 100 years. And that's basically how they are, whether it be social justice wars and their third wave feminism type of thing, or whether it be Black Lives Matters with their violent protests. And
I know, and it's weird. It's weird how they take this stuff and make it worse for others.
It's extremism, and it brings their cause back. But Martin Luther King once said, "We have to be better than our enemies." He never basically put it like this: "Don't attack. Don't use their tactics. Basically, you have to be better than look at the population." And yeah, you might win some of the population of like radicalism, but that's what they did with the Ku Klux Klan. They won some of the population of it, but not all of it. Not every. some of it, but not most of it.
Deactivated their uplink.
I just personally need people. It's not like they want. It's just that it's sad that they go this far to just go after someone.
Yeah. I get it. It's just annoying as hell. I don't think they really know how they're acting. Actually, no, I think they do know how they're acting, but I don't think they know that they're shooting themselves in the ass. It's like how Hitler, during World War II, they're doing the same mistakes Hitler is still doing right now. Or what they're doing right now is the same mistakes Hitler did during World War II, which is how they act. I mean, Hitler, he could give a shit about what his generals thought. He just wanted everything to be done his way and stuff, and he kept himself away from the front lines and hid in a bunker during most of the war and stuff like that to not know what it really was like, what was really going on. So
He used to be he was a veteran in war.
the problem was with Hitler was he hid himself away from the army and stuff like that, not going to the front lines and meeting up with the men and stuff like that. He just hit bunkers.
He actually did go into combat.
No, but that was during World War I.
He experienced the mustard gas.
That's interesting. He basically made the cardinal mistake of operating on the front lines by not interviewing fellows, not talking to the soldiers, not talking to the generals, making it known that it's all around him. He not releasing control to the generals and stuff, and because of that, they lost the war.
Yeah, they lost the war. World War I.
Yeah, no, but I'm not talking about World War I. I'm talking about the second one, Hitler, man. He basically didn't let the generals stay in charge.
Yeah, because he
was
didn't let them do
that's
their
how
own thing.
and that's how the that's how the SJWs are acting. Really, that's how they're acting, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Well, some of them are actually doing it in their own way. It's like some of them are doing it in the wrong approach.
They're not learning from history. Don't try to make everybody feel like basically don't alienate people, because if you alienate people, you're going to lose big time. If you lose public support, you can't win. That's all.
That was like the biggest issue that we had.
We have public support. I don't think people really know that about us, but we do have a lot of public support. A lot of people support us. A lot of the industry.
Yeah.
Recently with the thing, even not Adobe. What's it called?
iMicro.
How's it going? By the way, that one company, I can't think of its name. Makes processors and stuff. It starts with.
Right now, I noticed that right now they've been trying to go into the low processing units.
AMD, they basically support us. So
that's only because.
What? What's wrong?
Well, here's the thing. AMD, you remember that whole show was basically AMD.
Yeah, I know. That PC gaming show?
It was all AMD, and they paid for that sponsorship. Because they sponsored that whole show. And it was sad that they basically...
I'll be back. Hold on a sec.
They basically just told everyone, oh, hey, we're...
Watch for homing missiles.
Uh,
Rebel wipers are lock on our
yeah, keep getting filmed.
It's just that whole PC gaming show on E3 was just ridiculously funny. They basically tried so hard to make it into an interesting show, but they just kept BSing people about it.
And they kept pissing us off because let's just face it. None of us care about Fulbright media. And they had that there. It was like, why we were all expecting like Valve. We were expecting Gabe Newell, but yet we got Fulbright. We wanted Gabe Newell and we got Fulbright, and it was just like, and we expected it to be like, okay, it better be Gabe Newell in that box, like or in that thing, in that case.
It's a shame that they kept doing that whole thing too.
Yeah, there are even jokes saying Gabe Newell better be in that case, like that in that PC case. That little thing. Everybody was saying that, like, that better be Gabe Newell in that suitcase. You come out with that crowbar, beat that guy over the head. A lot of people want to see Gabe Newell get out of the case and just beat that guy in the face with the case. Everybody was getting that pissed off at him. I mean, remembering the show was a shill fest, basically.
Yeah, it was a shill fest because they basically didn't know what they were doing.
And it was just plain awful. I mean, we got over some of the best moments in E3. We got some of the best moments in E3. Basically got what's it called? We got a lot of stuff. We got what's that thing called? We got Fallout 4 basically. We got that and stuff. We were spoiled with Fallout 4 and stuff.
Well, a lot of people are excited about it.
I'm hopeful with it, and Todd Howard put an amazing performance, and then you get this, and then you get PC Gamer show, and it's like really PC Gamer. You had some of the best. You had some of the best. A lot of people were hoping that would have been the best performance out of all of them, but it was instead Bethesda that stole the show.
Yeah, it's kind of sad too. I wonder what the IGF is probably going to be doing.
Jack shit. Like they always do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's kind of weird though because a lot of people, the whole UN thing. You remember the cyber violence?
The what?
The cyber violence thing. They're trying to revive. They're trying to find new research.
They can't find new research about that. I mean, the Republican Party couldn't find research out of it for the past 20, 30 plus years. What do you think?
Yeah, and they're trying to prove that that violence against women are happening again on the internet.
Oh man,
it's kind of difficult to tell because it's determined whether or not they're either playing around or not. If they would actually find an actual troll and talk to that troll and actually make sure that troll knows what he's talking about, they would actually find some intel about what they're dealing with. But unfortunately, they don't.
No, they don't. It's the point of a. It's the point of like.
It's not a big deal. It's just that they're basically concerned about the safety and well-being of human beings, and it's like you can't really do that well. Most of these people can't really do that well.
Nope.
And they're doing a horrible job doing that. It's like they basically are saying that they're protecting everyone.
They've done jack shit when it comes to world safety over the past.
They're endangering lives here. They're basically saying oh, we're basically trying to protect ourselves, and it's like you guys say you're all peaceful and all, but when it comes down to it, you just act aggressively insane. And it's nothing personal. It's just that there's some people that just don't like the way people act, or people don't behave, or it's kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Why are most of these people that are whining about this being white?
It's like it's kind of a deep rooted issue. Like some of them are just upset with white people. It's commonly done before. It's been done for a long time, and they're basically
I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. The problem is there's a big problem here, and they don't care about it. None of them give a care about any of this stuff. They don't give a shit about whether or not if gamers are good or not, or whatever the hell.
yeah, I understand. And it's like I personally, there's nothing we could do
Nope.
about it.
Basically,
There's nothing we could do about fixing the issue, and we're being accused of all this BS. And it's like, you know what? Why don't you go after? Okay, you don't go after the trolls for harassing you, but when it comes to us, you're blaming us for the trolls going after you. It's like, no, that's your own fault for going after the trolls.
yeah, you don't troll the trolls. That's like rule number 1 in the internet. You should just leave the trolls alone. You don't talk to them.
You
Ignore the trolls. You don't talk to them. That's the number 1 rule of the internet. These dumb shits don't even know. They don't even think.
Well, the thing is, it's like I personally don't know what to say about it. It's like there's no way you can actually because right now I'm sorry if I can't get my voice on this one. Let me go ahead.
There we go. Just had to change the audio on my computer.
Yeah, I gotta change the audio in this because lately I've been having issues with the audio on
Yeah.
this thing.
Alright.
Yeah, because there's been tons and tons of BS happening on Twitter. It's like nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, but they don't shit.
Yeah, and I've been unfollowed by people. It's like, oh well. I've been. Yeah, I even got unfollowed by Margaret, but oh well, it doesn't matter because I kind of honestly disagreed about her video.
Who's?
Have you watched her video?
Not really. Which one are we talking about?
Let me show you. All right, let me go ahead and go to YouTube.
A lot of other things I've been doing lately.
Yeah, because it's her latest video is that she wasn't really a part of GamerGate. She just wanted to protect people, and that was honest. That was her honest issue, and I understand that the issue was using people as an army.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the issue that I kind of agree with. But protecting people was kind of another issue. It's like she did I think she kind of sort of did a worse job protecting people.
Mm-hmm.
Because she really didn't really protect anybody.
No, I don't think these SJWs, if you look at it really,
She tried, but it's like most people misunderstand what Margaret does.
Oh yeah.
And it's like she can't really protect them. She can't really do anything for them.
No?
She tries, but it's like, honestly, you might as well defend them out of good graces. But it kind of is difficult to understand what you're saying here. Because I understand that she basically she had good intentions, but at the same time she kind of went off on a different route of what she meant. And I'm not saying she's a bad person. It's just there were so many issues in GamerGate. People had issues with Ralph. People had issues with Sarah Nienberg. Sarah Nienberg expected everyone to respect her. But You can't.
Shit.
Yeah, and here's the problem. Here's the problem. You're gonna have people that are not gonna like you, and you're gonna have to accept that. And you expect people to, bow down to your things just because you're transgender. And it's like, no, you can't have it both ways, because people are gonna disagree with you no matter what. They're not gonna like you no matter what. And if you're gonna think that just because you're transgendered, you think you can automatically get away with this. No, you can't. You're a human being. There's a difference between being transgendered and a human being. You're a human being first. And the problem with Sarah is that she doesn't get that concept that people are not going to like you.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go ahead and give you the video link to the video that I'm talking about. And you decide for yourself. She's probably right about this.
Checkpoint. Go back to checkpoint. Oh, there we go. I'll look it up.
And I'm not saying...
Oh, okay.
My initial plan was to make sure
Yeah, I was playing.
it was never to GamerGate.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll
I'll
watch
watch
it.
in a little bit. I got other things to do right now.
Yeah, you're playing a game. I
And
understand.
that's what I prefer to do with my free time is play games.
Yeah, I was playing Batman Arkham Origins.
Everybody does something different on their free time. I play games. I think you play well. Barlow and Kelly want to do other things than play games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was playing Star Wars for a moment. I was like showing clips of me playing Star Wars. Because what happened was I know that Leon was away, so I decided to show clips of Star Wars.
Your clips or someone else's?
My clips. It was just my clips of me shooting up the place on Star Wars. It was actually a fun game. It's just sad that EA's, a lot of people don't like EA, and I don't think reserving a copy for almost $70.
They think they're
for
doesn't
deluxe.
smell. That's a problem with EA.
Yeah, I kind of honestly, I understand why EA is doing this, because they actually bought the license to the Star Wars game and have the right to make a Star Wars game for it. So they're gonna try to, milk this. They're gonna try to make a profit off of this, no matter what people like or dislike about it.
Yep, and people are gonna, and I don't think they're gonna really make that much. Aaron.
Yeah, I better fix this mic. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and continue.
Nothing. I don't think people would buy Star Wars games, even if it's Star Wars. I don't think people would.
Some would if they're that hardcore of a Star Wars fan. But to me, it's like, you know what? I think this game actually has potential to be fun, but they definitely need to fix the issues on the beta.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I encountered like several bugs, like the AT walker spawning thing issue. I could not move out of when I was done. When the time was up on the AT walker, I could not move out of any place anywhere. I was stuck, and I had to restart the game in order for myself to get out of that, out of getting stuck in that game.
Yep.
And
that's one of the issues that they have. Especially, there was one issue that I noticed. The damage was okay, but at the same time, I noticed that there was like a guy that managed to one-shot me.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that was. At first, my first thought was, did they put aimbots in this game? Really, really, EA?
I don't know. I don't know if that is true though.
Did somebody do an aimbot thing? Because that's like one of the stupidest. That's one thing that pisses me off the most is you people, the losers that pay for these aimbots.
I don't know if they actually hacked into the game and actually got into the beta and actually hacked and got an aimbot for it. But the thing is that this is a beta. Mind you, this is a beta. They haven't really hacked into the game. And I noticed there was like this guy that did a lag, that was calling himself Lag Switch, and then suddenly I lagged out and then get killed.
Oh.
It was ridiculous. I was like, the game momentarily froze up. I noticed that in the part when I was playing on the Xbox, it momentarily froze up and then I died.
Yeah.
And it was, I think that occurs to be a bug in the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it is fun. I think if they're gonna add in some new weapons, I think they should add in new weapons for that game. I hope they do.
I hope.
Because I would love to use Chewie's weapon of choice.
Oh, the bowcaster.
Yeah, the bowcaster. And Boba Fett's pistol. And
Yeah, you do have to put Boba Fett in
yeah, the thing is that there's tons and tons of things that they could have done in that game, and it's like they basically didn't really, they definitely did a lot of research.
They rushed it.
Yeah, they definitely rushed it because I think it's because they want to, release it when Star Wars Awaken comes out. Because they know they're gonna make a lot of money off of that.
If they make a lot of money, I mean.
If they make a lot of money, because God knows Star Wars fans are gonna be like, they'll probably run a DLC for the Battle of
Not
whatever.
the Battle of Jakku, they're offering that one for free. At least they're offering that one for free.
Yeah.
But they're offering like $50 season pass to a mostly online multiplayer game.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
And I mean, it runs perfectly on my computer. It's a well-optimized game, and I can say that right now. It's a really good optimized game, but the problem is that it's total crap. It's like...
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the video that I'm talking about. Let me find it in my account here. Uh-oh, it's about to crash here. Yeah, because this is the video that I was talking about that, because I understand how she feels about this. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a video of,
I did.
I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video right here. This is the video.
When GamerGate started, my initial plan was to make sure it couldn't hurt anyone innocent. When I found out how many people in it, my first thought was to keep them out of harm's way, and then tell them to leave, in private, when things in GamerGate got really crazy. They could protest safely, and they could do as they pleased, but I would always stand at the door, allowing them a safe escape should they need it. There haven't been any people who haven't been convinced by me about it. When I talk
What video you showing?
this, they'd always
I'm
leave.
showing Margaret Gale's
Okay, the one
video.
you just showed me.
There
Okay.
have been at least 4 periods in GamerGate in which I've done this. My allegiance was never to GamerGate, but to anyone innocent I would run across. Why do you think I only spoke in favor of GamerGate when people were in danger? My only concern was to ensure that people would not feel pressured by the mob on either side, that they could choose to participate when and how they wanted, and leave when they wished, without being hounded endlessly by creeps. When it comes to GamerGate, I care about the people in it who are not malicious and would be bullied or otherwise injured by cruel people. If you wanted to stay, that's fine. But if they wanted to leave, I was more than willing to provide a diversion so they could organize their online accounts and escape the scene. The fifth period was a few weeks ago, when a group of people who were well respected in GamerGate suggested that the hashtag should stop, that GamerGate should end. That was my idea. I talked to people in private about it, and a few select individuals formed a team in order to get the remaining innocent people out of GamerGate. I don't remember the particular incident that spurred it, but we collectively looked at what had happened in GamerGate and realized it's
I'm always wondering something here. We recently heard about
we
the
decided that anyone who didn't want to go along with the
thing that they're trying to have Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn charged for trying to go against American interests. You heard about that one, right, JT?
Yeah, I heard about it.
I find Matt one thing he had to say is this. He said like this: the only way they're going to ever get Anita Sarkeesian on anything would be tax evasion charges. And anything they could get her on is tax evasion.
Yeah, which is true.
I mean, both of them, including Randy Harper, they're gonna be brought down one of these days by the law, but it's not going to be by the law we all think of what the law should be brought down by the IRS, and they could laughingly laugh it off and say, "Oh no, the IRS ain't gonna touch us. We're untouchable." And I'm going to say to them, IRS is too powerful. All I have to say.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't screw. Like, Joker wouldn't even mess with the IRS.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out something. It's like, the thing is that there's been tons and tons of issues going on, and it's like, yeah, she did. There was like, I forgot what the law was called though, that she cannot speak for the.
Yeah, that was a law while Andrew Jackson was, or John Adams or Andrew Jackson was president.
A private citizen cannot.
That was law back in the 1700s.
Yeah, and it's like, I can understand the issue right there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to invite somebody in, see if they want to come in. GG Beats. See if I get Facebook, Twitter. GG.
I mean, when it comes down to it, Sarkeesian and Quinn, it'll take a couple years, but they'll both be behind bars for tax evasion charges.
They probably will.
They can, and chances are probably will.
Probably will if they because they should have never done that. They should have never brought that report to the UN. And expect people to say, "Oh, this is actual proof that they actually did it," and then they bring up Pokemon being the devil.
Oh man, that was stupid when I saw
that. I was laughing.
You guys get, you're no different than the Christians that said Pokemon was the devil. I mean, you guys.
It was so funny. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then you bring your sources out there saying, "Oh, by the way, Pokemon's the devil, and it's suppressing women." How is Pokemon oppressing?
I don't know.
And it's like they bring up these issues that are just ridiculous.
Yep.
It's kind of sad. Now I'm gonna go ahead and continue on with this video.
Be turned into a weapon by the
Be
group
right back.
or by e-celebs should be given a way out. a diversion. The shitstorm that followed allowed the people who didn't sign up for that sort of craziness to change their screen names and escape unseen. It was because of my suggestion that all of that occurred. Having been given a choice to either turn a blind eye to the growing anger that now daily sought a target.
Oh my god. Margaret is running the Underground Railroad of GG.
Oh no! How are we gonna run our plantations then? I think you suck cheese then. How are we gonna run our plantations?
She's running the Underground Railroad of Oh my god. She's running the Underground Railroad for GG. I salute thee. Margaret, I salute thee.
And here is the anti.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like this. Lord, 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 why don't you take me home? Yeah.
Or engineer a situation where normal people could cleanly sever from the ensuing craziness. I chose the latter. I do not regret that decision, nor any of my previous ones in the least.
So who said that? Her?
It is a choice between
Oh my
helping
God.
to preserve the solidarity of
Because
the group,
she basically wanted people to
choosing to
leave
preserve
GG
the
because of the
happiness of
issues
an
that are
individual.
happening in GG, which is understandable.
The group does not matter to me in the least. The happiness of the individuals within it, that does matter.
You know what, Margaret's just I don't even know what her anymore. She
Throughout
was
my
pro
life,
for the longest
I
time.
watched as people I've
She
helped
was
were once bullied.
Not really. She was
Watch
concerned
as they
about the
gain
safety
power and turn
of
into
people
bullies
in
themselves.
GG and the other side as
It
well.
doesn't always happen.
You gotta understand
I
that.
can't watch it happen again here. Not at least without saying something.
Yeah, because this internet war is such a
Increasingly,
bad
GamerGate is
war.
letting itself
It
succumb
becomes
to
a
its
problem.
anger. It's visceral hatred of certain people. And all
It's
the
been a problem
celebrities
for a long
within it,
time, but we've learned how to
they're
deal
only
with it.
engaging with GamerGate to gain power,
For
or
instance,
fame, or make money.
There's nothing
no,
to be
this
famous
war
about.
is something
They
that
lead
was
GamerGate
necessary,
into
in my
attacking people
opinion.
they do not like, or into attacking practices they do not like,
We're
or even
fighting
beliefs that they do
extremists,
not like.
and
They see GamerGate as their own personal armies. I cannot abide by such
you
behavior.
fight people like Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, Brianna Wu, Randy Harper,
Be against such behavior.
Chew McIntosh. But all these people, you need to fight them. I remember Call of Duty 2. When you right after you rescue Price, he said one thing. He said, to put on an oil fire, you need a big explosion. We're going to need a big ass explosion right here. And I go with the word what Price said. We need a big ass explosion to stop the antis, how they act. Figurative, of course, not like you have to suffocate them. You have to basically suffocate the like, for instance, an oil fire. You have to suffocate it of oxygen.
Yep. Been a lot of crazy stuff happening. Let's see. The Force Awakens finally makes Disney Infinity debut. Yay. Call of Duty. Joystick. I'm gonna have to unfollow them. Let's see. Because they're no longer around. Joystick's no longer around, so they're pretty much gone. Try again. Let's see what's going on right now on Twitter. Because there's a lot of things that are really... it's always doing that lately. I hate
What?
that. I hate that.
What?
It's always been doing that lately. the whole internet thing. Let's see. Hey, how's it going?
Beats here. How's it going?
All right. I don't know. I had Thanksgiving this weekend.
Oh, that's good. Happy Thanksgiving
In Canada,
in
right?
Canada.
Canadian?
Yeah, I woke up. I woke up like at 5 in the morning, like I usually do for work. Then my dad's telling me it's the actual day of Thanksgiving today. So I
Really? No,
Yeah,
I don't even.
Kyle told us
I
about
don't
it.
even know what Canadian Thanksgiving's about. I only know like American Thanksgiving.
I think it's about the same
Yeah,
idea.
Ours basically being thankful that they lived through another winter.
You know what's so funny? Because Canada gets colder earlier in the year than it does here in the States.
I don't know. I think. Let's see. How big was the fur trade in the States?
Big around areas like big around like the Great Plains areas, Buffaloes and stuff like that. Those were for
Well, I know. Let's see. It was in the fur trade was bigger in Oregon.
and here in Montana as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, all the northern areas with boreal forests.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
apparently it was the French that loved it the most.
Oh yeah. Well, they loved it the most here too.
Yeah. Let's see.
We still have like the original big fur company is still active in Canada.
Oh, really?
It's called the Bay or the Hudson's Bay Company,
They're still around.
Yep. and you can still buy blankets that are done like the. They had like these old wool blankets.
That's interesting. Uh-oh.
Really a Hudson's Bay product.
Oh, okay.
It's one of their hallmarks.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah. Well,
Well, are you guys gonna have a Black Friday on your day?
they've been trying to move it in here.
They definitely
really?
do it here in Montana. They definitely do it on Thanksgiving in the U.S. Oh my God!
They have
Well,
a.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably do it in Canada.
We don't have.
Black
we don't-
Friday the day. Someone tried one year during Black Friday. Someone tried to use a shopping cart as a battering ram on my mom. Had to throw the person to the.
Ooh.
What happens? What's the deal is here is Black Friday had no holiday connotations, or it had no. It had. It did. I think it was for you guys. It was something about like the day the stock markets get into the black or something.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. It doesn't have any that connotation in Canada. So the only existence of Black Friday here is American businesses trying to capitalize off of it and by bringing it up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's as consumerist as it comes.
Okay. I understand. Well, it's basically, it's just for us. It's basically cheaper deals on TVs, basically.
Yeah, and stampedes.
Yeah, stampedes and crazy people trying to buy things.
Oh man, I'm playing one of the toughest missions in Metal Gear.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not really hard to play. It's hard. It's like because you have to go. It's a vocal cord parasite mission, the final one. Man, is
Oh, that
yes,
one.
you know the one where you have to kill everybody.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this issue, and it seems that people are kind of
Which
thinking, well, the game itself, there's a lot of stuff that you can find in that game.
I was thinking, like, I was hearing rumors that the game was like cut off in some ways.
Yeah,
Got rid of the
it was.
final chapter.
and I'm also hearing now some stuff about microtransactions.
There's
Yeah,
microtransactions in it. I don't use them. I already have a strong enough security force in my base not to worry about the insurance.
let's see.
I might get the game when it goes on Steam sale. That's what I'm waiting for it anyways.
What?
Steam sale.
Steam sale? Oh, I'm just playing on PS4.
Yeah, because they do have I think Christmas or Thanksgiving they do have a Steam sale going.
Let's see. The thing I just bought on Steam is One Piece Pirate Warriors.
Oh, that's a pretty good game.
I want to do. I don't know. I've been trying to do some Let's Playing on a different channel. So far, I've only got like one video. I tried to do another one. Oh, hey, Nurgle.
What's going on, Nurgle?
But what I tried was I tried out Fairy Fencer.
Hello.
And then I couldn't commentate on that game at all.
What game?
Fairy Fencer F.
Never even heard of it.
It's a Vita port to the PC.
Oh, are you streaming right now, JT? Or
Yes,
so
I
we're
am.
live right now.
Yes, we are live.
Doesn't look like it. I guess you would use an OBS here or some shit.
Yeah.
I
am.
Nurgle.
What's up?
You know that marketing specialist I was talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
I noticed that she's commented on some of your videos.
Hold on, I got technical issues.
Let me get up.
I think she's one of us actually. I'll just take a look quick.
Yeah, I'm going into right now to look at my comments that were made on
Tara
my
is her name. Her name's Tara.
Tara.
Oh, Tara, aka Hidden Tranny.
Yes.
Oh, Tara. Yeah, I know Tara. She's cool.
Yeah, I know Tara.
I know Tara quite well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I've heard bring up the point. She did an interview with Liana recently.
Yeah, I forgot I wasn't able to even do anything about that recently. I didn't get much of a chance to talk about that because I was so busy with all sorts of other shit. I was going to run another Bloodborne with an Owl 3 tonight.
Oh.
Shit hit the fan, so I wasn't able to do it.
So
I had something pop up.
Okay. What I've been doing today is I've been prepping for the Halloween Pokemon tournament.
Oh man.
Good luck with that, man.
Oh, I wish I could get into a fighting game tournament. I haven't had time or money to do it.
Just remember,
Okay, Nurgle.
just remember, Pokemon is the devil.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are you a Pokemon killer?
And Charizard is OP, and Charizard is OP in that game.
Of course, Charizard's OP in the trading card.
No, they actually have the game on Wii U.
Oh, really? But they already come out?
Not yet. It's still being developed.
Yeah, I thought as much.
I'm waiting for that
Yeah.
one.
That one I would get the Wii U for. I want to get Pokemon Fighters. That one looks really good.
I already got
Yeah.
my Wii U. I got it for Smash Bros and stuff. And
Okay, so what are you getting in Pokemon Fighters when it comes out, Nurgle?
I probably will because my kid would just absolutely adore that game.
Sorry, you as being like an FGC kind of guy.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly a big Pokemon fan. I mean, I have the games, I just don't get a chance to play them. My son, on the other hand, holy shit, he loves that shit. He loves his Wii U and Smash Brothers and all that stuff. The only thing I got on Wii U that's mine is Bayonetta 2.
I gotta play that too, but it kind of feels like a sin to play it right now because all I've got is a little bitty TV screen that's got a worse resolution than the gamepad.
Oh my god. You were one sick puppy.
No, it's like we we have a bigger TV at home, but me playing Splatoon a lot has burned out one of the parts on it that
Oh.
handles color.
Yeah, my kid, Splatoon's the first game I've ever seen my kid spend more than 2 hours playing. He loves that shit.
Yeah, no, like that game. That game just exploded.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that game to explode like it did.
What game?
Splatoon.
Splatoon? Oh yeah.
I never expected it to explode like it did, but it did.
And they still have little free DLCs coming up.
Oh, do they? I'm
Well,
have
yeah.
to look into that.
Well, it's just periodically they they probably already had this all built in the game, but what they are doing to I guess it's just to boost giving the game a fresh feel for longer is they slowly unlock things for free.
That's not a bad thing. At least Nintendo is doing something instead of selling random shit.
They're playing it like what they're doing is they're playing it out like an MMO would with their content.
I see. Well, yeah.
Like just this last week, they released two new variants of weapons. I gotta buy them both still within game currency. They don't really have any cash items.
Yeah, I'm actually quite glad about that. I was kind of pissed off. Like, downloaded my I downloaded my daughter that Frozen game. It's like a match 3 game for the PS. It's from the PS4, and it has microtransactions. And I'm sitting there going, "Wow, you know how fucking easy it is for my daughter just to click this shit and then buy all kinds of random shit without me fucking knowing about it." Jesus Christ, god damn it! They bank on that shit happening. I swear.
That's weird.
Because let's be serious here. Who the fuck plays a match 3 game based off of Frozen that's an adult? Seriously.
I don't know. Uno was pretty hardcore on Xbox Live.
Yeah, but that's Uno. I can see Uno, man. Everybody can see a game like Uno. We're talking about Frozen here, a Disney
I
cartoon.
used to remember.
Yeah.
I know, but it's kind of funny how Uno. I used to remember back in the days. My friends used to play that shit hardcore. They used to be like 1, 2, 3.
I remember.
No.
Okay, I used to watch Screw Attack a lot until now. I just watch them for death battles. But back in their heyday, they had this one guy on there called Jose. And he'd do like his show called Jose's Puntos, where he'd usually just give pointers for Call of Duty games. But he did one on Uno. I think one of his strategies was flashing his gun on camera.
Well, I guess that's an eyesore for people to see.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, his screen name was like Jose El Mexicano, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. By the way, I did play that Final Fantasy game. It actually is okay.
Which one?
It was Type 0.
Oh.
HD. I bought that, and it was actually okay.
I saw it on Steam, and then I looked at the reviews, and then I didn't buy it.
Yeah, the graphics are mediocre. It's not like the best because it was ported. It was ported on, I think, the PSP, and they basically put it out on console. I'm like, okay, I'll buy this because I think it's a pretty interesting game. Since I never got the chance to play it, I might as well play it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised that that the graphical quality isn't that great, considering Resident Evil Revelations was a fucking 3DS game and it looked gorgeous on a PS3.
They upgraded that one though, right?
I don't know. All I know is that game was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's one of the few Resident Evil games I actually quite enjoy now.
They actually did bring back some old classics as well.
Well, what I do know with that one Resident Evil game is they They did the best. It actually felt like old school Resident Evil.
Yeah. And it was cool because I loved how they made it where the ship was actually rocking back and forth when you were walking through it. It just added so much atmosphere. It was so cool. I just don't like that damn boss. That one big fucking whatever that thing was boss that busts through the door and yeah. Wait a minute, there's a lot of those, isn't there?
Yeah, I believe there is.
That boss was stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. That boss was stupid.
So after after your stream last night, I started watching little videos of the different weapons for Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten the wheel thing?
Yes, I have gotten the wheel, and it's the most ridiculous looking weapon I've ever fucking seen. I'm trying to get the Blade of Mercy in that playthrough with the owl, and I don't know. Is this JT? Is this a GG stream or anything? Are we allowed to talk about any of that?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't really mind anybody talking about anything that's on their mind.
Okay, then I'm gonna straight up say it.
It is
The
a
owl
GG.
is Zoe Quinn. That's what that character is.
Yeah, you made this purple-haired chick with problem glasses.
She runs around with a top hat too.
Yeah, I wonder if they had that blacksmith that's a crow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if I can figure out how to get the Blade of Mercy, I can get the crow, Eileen the Crow's armor set, and I can actually run around as a crow.
Yeah, because I remember someone making a video of her. I was like, uh-oh. It was called Dick Souls.
Oh.
Do not look it up. It's called Dick Souls, trust me.
Oh.
They basically... Yeah, it was produced by the people who did the Lara Croft XX parody.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
why I do not.
I wonder what Jim just put up.
Oh lordy, what did he do now?
He says it's titled the /X/Files trailer.
Oh lord.
I wonder what he got. I think he got the idea from me.
The new series coming to the Berenstain universe.
The Berenstain universe. Okay, let me look it up. Show me a link to that.
It's the newest one on the thing, but let me see. It's a 1 minute thing, so here.
Oh lord.
That should be it.
Alright, let me go ahead and link it show it to everybody.
I posted it in chat. I had a good laugh with that one video you just posted.
This shit's awesome.
I have to admit, that is awesome.
Okay, I gotta see this.
Do you know how fucked up it would be if X-Files was that strapped for ideas they started pulling from random creepypastas?
Believe the picture and see the truth.
Slenderman, stuff like that.
We're breaking the conditioning!
Look at Alex Jones in there. That shit was awesome.
Cool story. Cool story, hey, cool story.
I'm guessing this is what he's going to be doing for Halloween.
I hope so. That shit was awesome, man.
I think he probably will bring up some conspiracy
Hey,
theories.
was that last guy there the guy from InfoWars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Jones.
The reason why I stopped reading InfoWars, I just found out that he was involved with them, and I'm like, oh man, that means because he was what's his name writes on InfoWars? That guy from
Paul
Prison
Joseph.
Planet or whatever. Yeah.
Paul Joseph Watson. Yeah, he drags you in, and then you find Alex Jones.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I can't cite anything from them guys because now I've got Alex Jones, and Alex Jones is just like a complete kill to your credibility. A lot of people do not understand what the fuck Alex Jones is all about. That dude is fucking nuts.
I actually had one guy at my work who I think he actually takes Alex Jones seriously.
Did he take him seriously when he talked about the alien reptilians?
I'm not sure about that. I didn't hear about that. This guy's a Freemason. So.
That's why.
Well, suddenly this makes sense that he listens to Alex Jones. I'm just saying. I've got nothing against the guy, but I mean, he's a little bit on the wacky side. Yeah, let's just let's go with that. So, what else is up? Why are we here, JT?
I don't know.
Why did you bring us into this?
No, because Garage commanded it.
The glorious Garage commands it?
Yes.
So, did anyone notice that Veritas has like a stream scheduled that never really opened?
No, I didn't know that actually. I talk to Veritas all the fucking time.
Well, it's like it's up on his channel. It's like 3 hours late, or
Damn.
4 hours late, and it says it's. I don't know what's up with that. It just says game dev on it.
That's why I usually open whenever I put up a stream or I'm gonna do a stream for that week. I usually don't even put that in there until like the day of it, because I don't want people to go and be like, "So what the fuck, man? You ain't running the stream. What the fuck?" I just don't want that kind of shit on me, man. That's all.
It happens.
JT, where is this live stream at in this fucking that we're on?
Hold on. Let me link it to you. Let me look for the link.
Let me get the link so I can shill it, because it seems that we're just talking about retarded bullshit.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, are you like playing gameplay in the background or something?
No. I just have an image of a chick on there.
I didn't know you was using OBS till you asked him. It's like I wasn't really thinking about OBS. I was just playing my game.
I'm starting to explore OBS more because I'm thinking of running through that and using Skype to be bringing people on the streams.
Well, just use.
I'm just using this image on my secondary stream that I have. My secondary screen.
I'm thinking of doing OBS as well through my PC.
Oh, you're playing Battlefront. It looks like Battlefront. You have one person watching you now. I can't have that. You are one sick puppy. I cannot do this.
Not really.
Like I
for you, JT.
Yes. So, Mr. Hero
Yeah,
for
they
nuts.
mentioned-
Okay, I'm wondering some here, Nurgle. What did your wife ever think of like the line Nurgle harasser women?
He thought it was quite funny, actually. I mean, you hear our bantering whenever I'm streaming, right?
Yeah. She just yells in the background. I don't know why you should.
Look, woman, get back in the kitchen like I commanded thee. I will not bite
by the
your
way,
ass.
Did
You haven't washed it today.
Did you see the video of the history of Nurgle?
The history of Nurgle.
Oh, and
There's a history of Nurgle video. It better not be about me.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
History Nurgle, the harasser women. Actually, the god.
Oh my
Is
god.
that the video you just showed? Oh, it's right there.
I'm gonna look at that in just a second because I'm curious.
Hold on.
No,
let me
that's-
look
God
for it.
damn, and some of it itches. I fucking hate Twitter sometimes.
40K history of Nurgle.
Oh, the 40K history of Nurgle? Yeah, Nurgle goes way back, man. He goes way.
Yes. Would you like?
way
Would you
back.
like to hear the? I'm gonna
Is
play
that
it on
in
the.
Space Marines? It's
Oh,
Yeah.
I shilled out the wrong goddamn video. Fuck.
And I gotta give credit to Mini Wargaming, so I'm gonna give them the credit
Just
here.
post the link.
Here
Could
it
you
is.
post some link as well?
Yeah.
I fucked up.
I have that.
Okay.
So,
Nurgle is one of the four major ruinous powers. He is the oldest.
All right, let me get
you
this.
know
most
the
probably
game,
because
right,
he is the
JT?
god
Or
of
no,
death
Neural?
and decay.
The one that you.
And those two
What game?
have been part of
The
the galaxy
PT, the
since the
demo?
beginning.
Yeah, I remember
Of the
PT
four
the
gods
demo.
of
That was a
chaos,
fun fucking
Nurgle
demo.
is said to be the most involved
Apparently,
with
there's
the plight of
there's
mortals.
the
Those
TV
afflicted by his
transmission in the game.
contagions often turn to him
Yes.
in order to
It's
escape
solid.
their suffering.
5.
The physical
Oh, is it
brightness of
really?
Nurgle
Yes.
is described
I didn't know
as
that.
gigantic
Oh,
and
man, it's
bloated
really
with
good.
corruption. with
I can't
foul
find
colored,
Lucy yet. They said
leathery, and
about a
necrotic
year
skin.
ago about Lucy this
Nurgle
Get
can
up
also
and
be
fix the
regarded as
Netflix
the
then,
Lord of
woman.
all,
What the fuck are you looking
because
at
all
me for?
things, no matter how solid and permanent they seem, are liable to physical corruption. All the Chaos Gods are embodiments of the hopes.
And you can't get off your ass and push the button.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Don't make me put you back in your cage, woman. I will do it, and I swear I will not think twice about it.
I gotta say one thing, Nurgle. We live in a society where people are too lazy to grab a button and push a button.
I know we live in a society where people are too lazy to get up and push a button. I gotta get off my ass and push the button.
You can't find a remote for her?
No, she's watching it on the PlayStation 3 and the controller's dead, so it's got to charge.
Oh, I can't blame her for that. That happens to me too.
No, you blame it on your goddamn nurglings. They're the fucking ones sitting there playing the PS3 and all fucking day and doing shit.
I blame the nurgle who lets them sit there and play it all fucking day instead of taking them outside and playing.
Have you been outside lately? It's hot as balls out there.
God.
Look, just because I prefer my wife to sit around the house naked all the goddamn time does not mean I'm a bad person.
Is your wife into 40K?
Actually, no, she's not.
Okay.
I'm watching
Fugazi in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I believe I linked you the history of Nurgle 40K.
I know a lot of people didn't know what Nurgle was until I came along.
I knew what it was because I had a brief stint with the 40K with my brother. He had a few Nurgle figures. He had I think he had a Plague Bearer, like those ones with the big scythes.
Yeah, I actually used to run a Demon's Army, and I used several Nurgle troops in it, and I've got the Great Unclean One models, and I also have some Plague Marines and stuff like that. I've got a lot of Warhammer miniatures, so many that the
you know what I wish could happen? They can make a Warhammer game kind of like Elder Scrolls, something in that category.
I wish they would. Actually, I'd like to see more stuff with 40K done besides Space Marines.
Oh,
I
God.
mean, there's so many cool things in 40K that don't involve the Space Marines.
So what is 40K anyway?
Let's see. I tried getting into... Okay, I had some Blood Angels, and I tried getting into Orcs. Because Orcs seemed interesting.
Orcs are fun. I'm personally not a big fan of them. I don't like the style of play with them, with all the mob tactics and all that. I don't know how they play now, but I was never big on the Orcs. I love the Chaos Space Marines and the Chaos Demons. Those were the funnest to play because they had so many unique elements to them. And Sisters of Battle were extremely fun because you could be a real asshole back in like 4th edition or 5th edition with Sisters of Battle. Because you could have... Like, they had this tank called the Exorcist Battle Tank, right? And it would roll D6 missiles. So you could get a maximum between 1 to 6 missiles to fire from this tank. Well, I would arm with 3. And there were times where I would literally lay down about 18 missiles on one. Melt.
So what's 40K about anyway, compared to the other Warhammer?
It's about war in the 41st millennium when all of mankind was united under the Imperium.
Okay.
I could go into the fluff in it, but we'd be here all fucking day.
But Space Marines, I mean, they're like many different Warhammers.
So now you can explain to people who you are in 40k history.
Oh. Well, I am the Chaos God Nurgle. I am the
Is that
god
who the
of...
orcs follow?
No, the orcs follow Gork and Mork. But Chaos, Nurgle is the god of death, disease, despair. Nurgle, well, you have the Chaos. You have two factions. You have Imperial Space Marines and you have Chaos Space Marines. Imperial Space Marines are the ones that are all for the Emperor and on the Imperial side. They're the good guys, technically. Then Chaos Space Marines are the ones that defected from the Imperium and turned traitor and turned to worshiping the Chaos Gods.
All right. Speaking of which, I got to talk to you about something about Margaret Gale.
What about her?
Apparently, she's been running an underground railroad.
No shit.
For people who want to leave GamerGate.
So why don't people? I don't understand. How is this not so? How is it hard to leave GamerGate? If you want to leave, just fucking leave. Nobody gives a shit.
I know, and it's like I personally don't have an issue with people leaving. It's like she basically is making it out to be like this is a horrible situation. It's like personally, you know what? It's like she's running the Underground Railroad while everyone's trying to, leave the hashtag, and it's like, you can leave. No one's trying to hurt you to leave the hashtag. You can freely leave the hashtag as any time you want. They're not trying to hurt you.
Margaret Gale is just wanting attention. I'm sorry, she's just going for attention. She's noted for the very low in Kelly. They're all up there for attention with stupid shit like this.
Well, to prove your point, I almost left after we had that dry spell where the only show in town was John and Verillo.
You know, I don't know what the whole deal is, why people that want to leave think it's so difficult to fucking leave. I guess it's because everybody leaves. Because, I mean, in my opinion, you never truly leave GamerGate when you want to. It's like, okay, I stopped using the hashtag, but, well, you still get followed by all these people that are GamerGate. You still have friends that are GamerGate. You're still conversing with them. You're still getting involved with GamerGate shit. You're just acting like you're not involved with GamerGate shit. It doesn't make sense to me.
Or you do what I did, which was my existence as Beat is entirely a alter ego.
Well, I mean, what I do, and I tell everybody this, because so many people seem to act like GamerGate is a fucking identity, and that you are a gator and all this shit, or you are a GGR person, whatever. Look, hashtag GamerGate is nothing more than a hashtag meant for the distribution of information. That's it. It is not a fucking group. It is not a fucking team. There is no organization to it. It's anyone who decides they want to put something on the GamerGate tag because they think it's relevant and interesting for people to hear about. That's all it is. To go off and say, well, I'm a GamerGater or I'm pro-GamerGate makes no goddamn sense because there really is no pro-GamerGate.
And the funny thing is, I think that Margaret's trying to portray herself as Harriet Tubman.
Well, Margaret's a weirdo anyway, but I mean, I've got nothing, God bless her soul, I have no problems with the chick, I really don't, but she's goofy as it is anyway. Do you look at her Twitter history? It's ridiculous sometimes.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I was subscribed to her up until recently where she just started spamming her channel with all these cool clips of JonTron for reaction videos.
Yeah, that shit was funny. I still follow her on Twitter just because her Twitter feed can be very funny to watch, and she does post some hilarious things. I never talked to her.
I found out she unfollowed me. She unfollowed me, and I was like, "Aw, sad face." But it doesn't matter. It's like I personally.
Hey, yo, Leon, my wife just saw your name pop up on the PSN while she's watching the movies.
Yeah, I just bought. You know what I did with? I just bought the TV show called Brave Star.
Really?
Yeah, they got a DVD box set. I bought it for like $30 to $20, $25, I believe.
Well, anyway, I mean, this, like I've said, with Gamergate, you know, this whole, well, I'm pro GG, no, I'm anti GG, it's stupid. By going and admitting that you're pro GG, by claiming it as an identity and saying you're a GG or a Gator or whatever, all you're doing is giving into the fucking narrative that the other side have the whole argument has been running in the mainstream news, calling us terrorists and all this other shit and whatever.
I know, and she basically said, no, this is basically what's going on. That I can understand her feelings towards the fact that the e-celeb issue, and also the fact that people have no good intentions in Gamergate.
Well,
but here,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's just, you know, she basically pointed out the issues like the e-celebs and also the issues of people. Like, she claims that there are people that they're seeking fame and all this other stuff, and it's like, I just...
Well, let's not kid ourselves. There are people that come crawling into Gamergate and then crawling into, I guess you could call anti-Gamergate, that are utilizing it to get themselves some notoriety. We have seen it happen.
Yeah.
Look at some of them.
Yeah, we've seen it happen.
But I've seen far more on the opposing side than I ever have on our side of the deal. I mean, some people, I don't know why everybody has a problem with somebody who shills their YouTube. I have no reason to understand why people get all pissed off whenever somebody monetizes their videos, or someone who is mildly popular gets involved with the hashtag. I don't understand why people get all pissy about them. Hey, they're here to fucking support you. Chill the goddamn fuck out and let them do their shit. So fucking what? They spend their time making videos. They spend their time doing streams. They spend their fucking time doing shit with Gamergate. Hey, is there anything wrong if they're trying to get a little bit of payout over it, and what they come out in the end is doing good for Gamergate in general? Does it really fucking matter? I don't fucking get this shit. My rant is over with. Thank you.
Okay.
That reminds me of...
all I have to say is people against Gamergate have done fucked up shit, and there are people that are pro Gamergate and want to fight the e-subs do fucked up shit. Like, for instance, I know one of them. I'm not gonna name who did anything, but I heard that there's a rumor going around that one of them actually might be working with an SJW. I'm not sure. So.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I see is people try to say, oh, well, this person's a traitor because they talk to an SJW. Well, you know what? I talk to SJWs, and I don't give a fuck.
This one literally Nurgle.
Yeah. At least they're giving us an idea what's going on.
There's a difference, Nurgle. This one's giving information, like information to attack some people in Gamergate. It's like...
Well, then when that case happens, what you do is you root that motherfucker out and you put their ass on blast. That's what you do with that kind of shit.
I have to get more information on this, so I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and they can't ban us on YouTube.
No, they can't. They can try to flag, but
yeah, because I understand Iggy Azalea is trying to, you know, ban people on Twitter, but they can't ban us on other social media outlets because they can't, because, well, they haven't established any rules yet on certain social medias about these issues.
Well, you know, I just I saw something interesting tonight about the Broadband Commission report. The disclosure thing part of it got a little bit larger and basically said, disregard any of this shit because we don't even agree with it. That's basically what it said in layman's terms. It's fucking goofy. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll read it.
They started two hashtags to try to gather research for their new paper.
No,
yeah, pretty much.
You know the reason why
it's basically research papers, but they basically want money for it.
Yeah. All right, so let me see here.
I think the dumb thing is that they're considering Twitter to be valid research material.
Okay, here it is. Let me see. I clicked the wrong link. So here is.
Oh, you go first.
All right, I'm going to read it out loud. Here is version 1.0 of the disclaimer. This is before the re-release. The opinions, analysis, and recommendations contained in this report do not necessarily reflect the views of UN Women, the United Nations Development Program, and its executive board, or of the United Nations member states. That is 1.0. Here is the new disclaimer, version 2.0. The opinions, analysis, and recommendations contained in this report do not necessarily reflect the views of the UN Broadband Commission for Sustainable Development, the International Telecommunications Union, the United Nations Development Program, and its executive board, the United Nations Education, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UN Women, or of the United Nations member states. In other words, please disregard this horse shit and move along. That's literally what that means. They're basically saying is, we
So
don't
that basically
agree
the
with
UN
dominance.
report. Oh, so they basically said we don't agree with Anita Sarkeesian and what she had to say about this. Move on. Move
Quite
on.
literally. That's basically what it says.
Wow, because she basically you heard the demands and everything about cell phones. And
She
everything.
wanted, I mean, she came up there and said,
Harassment is not what is just illegal harassment. It's also people telling me I suck and making videos criticizing me and mean tweets and blah blah blah.
you know what I got to say about cyber.
Fucking balls, bitch!
That was my wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Say,
She said Renita needs to grow a pair of fucking balls.
say, Nurgle, can you do a V?
Can I what?
Can you do V's accent?
This is interesting.
Can I do V's accent? I don't know.
Yeah, we could. Let me see if we could do V's accent and try to do a V impersonation night. This is very interesting, for I am on crack.
You're on crack. I on crack too. Yeah.
Everybody on crack tonight.
Everybody on
You know what?
That's it.
You know what? I've been saving this for a special occasion, so you guys go ahead and talk. Well, wait. You can't see this, though. But, oh well. I've been saving this for a special occasion, but... what are you doing?
Because everyone wants. You see, I actually did a good thing.
Oh, hello, I need to talk to you. You see, just look at this bullshit.
Anita makes movies. I make comedy.
Anita has big breasts.
You gotta make it like squeaky.
I have to
You gotta
admit that
go with.
V's pretty much been pretty infectious for a guy who just lives in an apartment in Romania.
He's a pretty cool
In Romania,
guy, honestly.
I used to do things in a taxi that you would not believe.
Like I've heard him I've heard people copying him all over the place.
Well, did you?
Yes,
did
they
you?
are.
Okay, were any of you watching the community stream that I last co-hosted when that guy Pauly was on there? The very Austrian sounding guy.
Oh, I know.
Deep Austrian voice sounding guy. Oh my God! Before he left, we got him to seriously say, "Get to the chopper." It was so awesome.
Yes.
Get to the chopper.
Oh man.
Bitch, I am your savior. Save me, for I am.
Hey, how long
That would be
did
if you want to live.
how long did Sarge say he was gonna be gone for?
I don't know.
I didn't even hear about that. I mean,
He wants to spend time with his Japanese girlfriend.
you know what? More power to him. My wife has been begging me to get off the
Yeah.
damn internet for a while now. I may have to
Yeah.
do that sooner or later.
At least he has a Japanese girlfriend.
He has a Japanese girlfriend.
Yes, according to Grey Knight, you might remember him.
I know Grey Knight. Me and that guy, for
Yeah,
a service
yeah. What happened
me
was,
and him getting along very well.
yeah, what happened to Grey Knight? Well, Grey Knight kind of insulted Sarge about his girlfriend. That's what happened. Yeah, it kind of got off. Grey Knight kind of pissed off Sarge, and
Well, how did
I guess
Grey Knight piss him off? I didn't hear anything about that.
he kind of called his girlfriend his bitch.
Well, that wasn't very nice. Now was it?
Yeah, it wasn't really nice. And he kind of did that as a joke, but it kind of Sarge kind of, well, I don't blame Sarge. He kind of, got upset about his girlfriend being assaulted. So basically, his girlfriend is like really Japanese, from what I heard.
Hey, if Sarge needs a break, he needs a break. I mean, this shit'll. That's one thing I'll say about GamerGate and running streams and everything. This shit will run a fucking toll on you. I've been doing this now once every week now for what? How many months now? Quite a few. And I'll tell you, it runs a toll on you. It really stresses you out, especially when you're trying to get guests come on. I'm still trying to figure out my platform and how I want to talk on streams, which I think I'm close to finally getting a feel for what I want to do. And then I'm running into the gaming gameplay streams. It does really fucking wear you down, and to the point where you get so tired you just don't even feel like doing it sometimes.
You know what I do? I just do comedy. That's all I do. Even though it's not funny comedy, it's just basically comedy that I know best.
I just masturbate constantly.
So do
and
I.
Compulsively.
But I watch a lot of porn on the internet. Free porn, that is.
Well, you see, that's why, I mean, to maintain my sanity, that's why I usually try to do the bullshit stream, and I'm going to try to do that now on every Sunday, because on the bullshit stream, I can just kind of cut loose, not plan a damn thing, and just have you guys on there and just fucking sound like a bunch of nut jobs on fucking stream.
Yeah, and I understand that people are upset about this issue.
The thing is we gotta stop taking GamerGate so fucking seriously.
I know, and I just like to joke around about other things, like right now I played a lot of games right now, like EA's Star Wars game. I have to say it was pretty fun.
I quite liked it myself, but then again, it's the first person shooter I've played in a long fucking time. The last FPS I actually played was what was that? Killzone Shadow or whatever that.
Shadow Wars.
Yeah, that was the last fucking FPS I ever played, and actually I liked it. I don't give a fuck what other people said. I think the game is cool. I like that game, but it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely worth Definitely worth paying maybe $15 for if you want to get it.
That's interesting. So what are the nerdlings up to?
They're fucking sleeping.
Leon?
Oh, I said, I'm tired right now. I'm tired like crazy right now.
So you went with first-person shooter.
Trying to flip.
First-person shooter.
Trying to flip on my PS.
If I play, yeah, let's go with this one. If I play with a first-person shooter, like that's how V would actually say it. If I play a first-person shooter, and you shoot me in the face.
Does that mean
once
I shoot you in the face?
You say rape?
What?
And I shoot you in the face, and you say rape.
Look, all I'm saying is, we need to push forward with hashtag telepathic rape. We can't have that anymore. It is not
actually,
right
it's called
for people to be able to
it's actually,
masturbate while thinking of me.
Well, actually, it's called Stop Psycho Rape 2015.
Actually, come to think of it, they had that one article where they were trying to classify getting killed in an FPS as rape, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They did do that.
Imagine V saying this. If I shoot you in the face with a gun, you call rape. But when I pull out my pants, unzip my pants and show you my penis, and shoot you in the face with it, you'll call it rape. But if I use a gun, you're dead.
Yes, that's exactly accurate, sir. Yes.
They call it rape. They call it rape when I shoot them in the face with a gun.
Yes. So, B to the GGs, since you've been watching my last couple streams with my gameplay, is it actually running quite nicely? Because I couldn't
last
tell.
night it was. The other night before, the other night I watched it was okay, except I did have to like reload the thing a few times.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I think that might be you or that might be me. I was like on 2 bars for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, that was probably on your side of the house then. I was just curious how the quality looked because I haven't been able to really look. But anyway, we were talking about rape. Sorry.
Yes, in first-person shooters.
That's like a... Oh, man.
Yeah, that's the issue that they're bringing up, and it's like, I know that Patricia Hernandez likes to bring up, like, stupid articles like that.
You know what, let her. You know why? You know who's also listening to things? The game devs. You know what? They're just gonna laugh at them.
You know, the thing is a lot of these idiots and a lot of the shit that they're doing and whatever, the thing about it is they're a laughing stock of themselves. Very few people are taking this shit that they're saying seriously, and they seem to think that everybody thinks that they're not full of shit. They really do think that no one is laughing at them. They really think that. And I have spoken with so many normal people that look at that shit and go, what in the fuck did I just read? What is this? Is this The Onion? I'm like, no, that's a serious article. They're like, no, that's not fucking serious.
Even Zenistrad is agrees with us on this point. He's not against us because he thinks that the journalists are fine. He's against us because he thinks they're shit and knows that they're irrelevant.
He's kind of against us because he just doesn't like the fact they were harassing Zoe Quinn. It's like,
yeah, but he agrees with us on the fact that.
All I have to say about that is airport's law. Zoe's not going to sleep with you.
Yeah, but Zenistrad doesn't have a beard. He just has a fluff. He just has that afro-ish hair on the top of his head.
I don't care. So Devin Frosty.
Devin Frosty has a
Devin
beard.
Frosty.
Yes.
I mean,
but he, I did see some of his videos, and he basically criticizes movies.
Look, woman, if you're hungry, you need to get off your ass and go get your own goddamn food. Throwing shit at me now. I will scream domestic rape. Rape! Help me, I'm being raped.
Oh my god, dude.
Domestic. No, you got. If she's throwing objects at you, that means she's basically hitting you.
Oh my god.
She tried to beat me with a double dong.
What?
Whether or not I like getting beat with a double dong is a different story all in its own.
At least she's not beating you up with a Twinkie.
Oh,
She's,
she throws those little Twinkies at you, going like, "Bitch, you better." I'm gonna hit you with the Twinkie, bitch.
You see, me and my wife have a bit of an understanding. I oppress her and she oppresses me. It's kind of fun. She always wins too. That's the sick part about it. But I win in the end as well, in many different ways. But we're not gonna let that middle picture get out there tonight.
That's fine. I'm not going to. Because tonight, let's see. Video games show Russians air raids. Yeah, did you hear about that Egyptian TV show?
I heard something like that. They showed a Russian air raid. They simulated it by using a video game.
Yeah, they were using Call of Duty.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess if you had to pick a game to do that with, that would probably be one of the best ones, besides maybe Battlefront, or not Battlefront, Battlefield.
Yeah, but they were using like the part where the night sky was at, where you're up in a plane just shooting down stuff.
Interesting. That's.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, what does that even mean, though? I mean, that just shows me that Egypt just needed something to be edgy.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny too. Let's see, what do they have
So,
on sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are thinking of playing some awesome games.
I'm still debating if I want to run my Bloodborne continuation of the Owl tonight. I'm just not sure.
It's up to you, man. No one's gonna stop you on that one.
Well, I know no
play,
one's gonna
You can play
stop
Bayonetta. You get. Well, I've been playing Batman Arkham Origins, but I wasn't able to stream it because I was afraid of the bad quality.
I would love to do a Witcher 3 playthrough, but I don't feel like having to go and censor myself with it because of all the nudity in the game and, all that stuff.
Nah, it's not a big deal.
I don't feel like censoring it. And I want to play Warriors Orokai 3 on the PS4, but I don't think anybody gives a shit about watching that, so I'm just not going to do it.
Okay. Well, you could always try to. I know a lot of people just basically give a shit about is. The only games that people give a shit about is either League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike.
I mean, I've gotten a pretty decent group. I've had some decent people. I mean, like come in to watch the Bloodborne thing, and I've been getting views even after those have been recorded. But I tried running Shadow of Mordor the other night, and hardly anybody and their mama wanted to even fucking look at it. So I was like, why am I fucking even doing this shit? Fuck this.
It was old.
I don't know. I was busy.
I mean, I like Shadow of Mordor. That's a great fucking game. It's just I can't get any of the new games right now.
I guess that's part of it is until you get yourself a stable user viewer base, you end up having to ride the hype train, right?
Yeah, it's starting to. I mean, as far as it goes, because I know jack and all shit about what I'm fucking doing when it comes to the streaming gameplay and even just running streams. I'm still learning and figuring out how to use OBS and all that, and I don't have great for doing a lot of the shit I'd like to do. I'm working on just doing what I'm doing, and maybe people will just continue to catch on. That's all I'm just going to keep trying to do for now.
Well, that's what I was hearing with a lot of the channels when they talk about how they started out. It starts out basically you just keep going until you are doing what you do, and then eventually you get some people who actually might like watching.
Well, you got to fill yourself out till you find the platform that you want to go with. I mean, like right now, I'm kind of riding the coattails of GamerGate because I'm running GamerGate Insanity, but I would like to get away from running everything based around GamerGate because, let's face it, I mean, I know GamerGate's been around almost, Jesus Christ, it's
almost
it's been over a year now. It's coming up on a year and a half now. And it doesn't look like it's truly slowing down, but I'd like to start doing more things that are outside of the GamerGate realm. That's why, like with Bloodborne, I've been running the Owl playing Bloodborne. I'm kind of making fun of Zoe Quinn with it, but at the same time, I'm not talking about any GamerGate related shit in the game. I mean, like Beat of the GGs will tell you, like most of the time I'm talking about the game itself, and them even giving hints and clues on strategies on how to get through it.
Bagman.
The snatch, they kill you that they take you to that one place. I'm like, oh god, this place sucks. I mean, you have no clue how many Randy Harper jokes I am fighting to make when I fight those big ass pigs in the game.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's mean. But...
there are so many that I am fighting, and because every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I want to say it, but I don't want this. I'm trying to keep the gameplay stuff separate from the GamerGate thing. That's why I don't call her Zoe Quinn. I call the character an owl.
With when I was like recording the footage for my first video, my only video right now. I just to try to do anything. I was just going to see how I react to things.
See, that's the other thing. You've got to figure out how you want to talk and want to be. And lately, like with my streams, I'm going back to a platform similar to the bullshit stream I ran Sunday. I don't know if you watched that one. I know Leon was on there, but I'm going to go back to a more off-the-cuff, more joking, lighthearted feel, because I feel like my last few GamerGate Insanity streams have been nothing but 100% serious, and I feel like I'm being a little too dull in them. So I'm going to start trying to be a little more lively, a little more crazier, as you might say.
Yeah, you want to be like you want to be like the peasant.
The drunken peasants?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like the drunken peasants. I just want to be have more personality into it than what I had before. Unlike like the last couple streams I've ran, I was really dull and I've had to play a heavy moderator, and I really just don't like doing that. I don't mind being a heavy moderator when I have to be for other people's streams or for particular streams, like interviews with, say, like my interview with Anna Cherry. I was 100% serious there. But
I know, I saw that video. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's just that I've been doing that too much in my regular streams, and I think it's time to go. What I'm going to do is get a list of topics. I'm not going to plan really anything. I'm just going to be like, these are the topics we are going to throw out there, and we're just going to talk about them and fucking deal with it.
Like even QQ with he did his big omnibus recap for September. And he decided to do it with a live stream, and he kind of just let his hair down for it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm wanting to do with my stuff now. And with the gameplay stuff, with like Bloodborne and everything, I'm trying to find a way to be a little more entertaining as I run through it, and find ways to sound more, I guess you could say, eccentric when I run it.
Well, you do have the charisma for it, so you don't need to worry about that.
I kind of find it funny whenever actually anybody says that QQ's trying to do this for his own, or like trying to bank off of it, because
not really.
Because if he's telling the truth, after he's done, he's just going to vanish into the ether.
Well, you know, he says he's going to do that, but you know, there's certain people he'll still be around and hang out around with, because
but
you know,
he does that. He says he's running through a VPN all the time and stuff.
Yeah, so that people won't track him.
He's got that sort of, I guess, paranoid personality that he wants to stay incognito with, and you know what? That's cool. I'm not very hidden with who I really am. The only thing I try to keep hidden is my real name, and sometimes my face.
I can kind of identify with QQ because I'm in a very similar situation, and minus the VPN. My primer for GamerGate was watching IA's videos on how social justice warriors operate. So I'm like,
and they basically try so hard to ruin people's lives.
So I figured, for the sake of myself and everybody I know, if I'm gonna poke this lion, I'm going to do it as myself.
Well, I've never done it as myself. Don't get me wrong, my face is out there. It's there. If people want to find my face, that's fine. My name isn't really out there. I don't have any connection to GamerGate outside of the Lord Nurgle persona, and I'm not afraid of them finding out who I am. I have reasons for behind this, and these people, they can go and be like, well, we're gonna call your job and get you fired. Go right ahead. My boss will laugh at you and say you're a moron, and actually, he'll probably send your information over to a law enforcement agency that is on the federal level because of you being an idiot and tracking down someone he works with.
Yeah, and then they'll start to question whether or not you.
Why
you
hasn't
should be
Randy
fired.
Harper been arrested by the FBI yet? That's what I'm saying. Why hasn't she?
Because Randy Harper hasn't actually broken any laws.
No,
Doxing is not illegal.
Yeah.
No, but
Doxing isn't illegal because the information on a person's information that is public, it's public. It's out there for anybody. All she's doing is taking and reposting it.
no, but I mean by what happens if she gets caught hacking? I mean, I know she's hacking, but I'm just wondering how long it'll be until.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing is, how do we know she's hacking?
Yeah, I bet the FBI is already watching her.
Look, it has been revealed, not that long ago, if I'm not mistaken, that, the FBI is watching the GamerGate hashtag. The FBI is watching them. Look, all I'm going to say is this. The FBI were the ones that responded to the bomb threat in D.C. And, you really got to think about this. What is the FBI actually thinking about GamerGate? If the fact is, how many threats have been sent, apparently from us to them, to the other side, and none of them are being deemed credible except a bomb threat sent by the other side. You really have to think about that. Granted, though, that bomb threat was made in D.C. That's a very bad place to make a bomb threat because you're a fucking idiot if you honestly do. And whoever did make that threat, I swear to God, they're going to be in for some shit if they get caught doing what they did. And they probably have already
Because
gotten caught.
they really did not know what they were doing.
Say, Nurgle? They already got caught?
They lacked the common sense to realize doing that would cause more
What'd you say? Did they already get caught? Or no?
No.
I know Nurgle said something.
No, they didn't realize that the FBI would, because if you pull a crime in DC, they take that stuff seriously.
Okay.
Sorry, they already got caught and are being.
No, I was saying that it's possible that they could have already gotten. When bomb threats, that shit happens, they'll get caught. If they catch them, they may not even reveal it to the public that they caught them.
I mean,
because they don't want to, and there's reasons behind that. If they did catch someone doing that shit, the reason they didn't want to catch them or want to say anything about it is there's several reasons. Like, for instance, they don't want copycats to do it. Stuff like that.
Okay. That's fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, that's just something about it. They usually don't report, that they caught these people, and
unless it was something really big.
Yeah, unless it was something like, say, like if something actually happened, if there really was a bomb threat called, and then a bomb went off, and people were hurt and killed in it. Yeah, they're gonna release that they caught the fucker that did it because. The public is going to want retribution. The public is going to want justice. But with some idiot that made a fucking bomb threat called in, they're not going to talk about him and give him the pleasure of having his attention.
No. And, yeah. Who knows? Like, for instance, how Arthur Chu that night said, it ends tonight, and it's like, he probably got...
Well, if you notice, Arthur Chu calmed down a lot since that night.
Yes.
He's still acting like an idiot on Twitter and all that, but he hasn't been so wild like he did before. And that's because he probably caught a lot of attention on himself over that stupidity that he pulled. He thought he was being funny. He thought he seriously was going to get shit shut down, and then somebody actually did call a bomb threat, whether it be a third-party troll or an anti-GamerGate or whatever. But yeah.
I love how they tried saying GamerGate did it themselves.
Yeah, you know what? You can't rule that out. I mean, there's a possibility of that happening too. I mean, there are zealots within the whole GamerGate hashtag. So,
Yeah, for example, there's GG Revolve.
Goddamn cats.
Because
The
of
only
the issues of
thing-
dissenting.
I almost want to make them give them their own tag called Sargon Gate.
Oh God, yeah. You know what?
I just stay out of that.
Like they got the I see them talk about.
I'll be right back.
They bring up all these topics like, maybe we should make a campaign to inform consumers that you're not actually buying stuff when you go on Kickstarter. But no, let's go on to the next Sargon thing instead.
No, all I have to say about them is their craziness for Sargon to go after him. They go to SJWs for help. That's how crazy they are when they're going after Sargon. And if I get the information that they are working with an SJW, I just heard rumors. If I actually find this information, I'm putting it out on blast.
Fair enough.
Because I'm getting tired of this whole thing with Sargon.
Yeah, that's fine, man. I understand you're upset with what's going on because a lot of us are kind of like it gets to your head when people are basically being dishonest about this.
Like I'm not like writing off what they found. It's just I think it's being given undue attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the SJW in question I know of is such a psychopath that goes after Sargon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I mean, seriously, I know who the person who might have given this to her. I'm still going to look it up and get more information on this, and then I'm going to put this jackass out and blast. Because this SJW had done a lot of shit to Sargon. It's like, I mean, he just laughs it off. Like, you're nobody like that. He just shrugs her off. It's so funny how he shrugs her off.
I'm wondering who this would be. Would it be that one chick that he did a stream with V?
No, she has this like really husky man voice.
Oh. No, I'm talking about though.
Not talking about her. Talking about that. She has a really husky man voice. I'm not going to give her the credit.
Okay.
Talking about her on the stream. She's a nobody in my opinion.
Everybody wants to be the top dog on YouTube or something like that, and they tend to attack people for that reason.
Can imagine. Kermit High School YouTube edition.
Yeah. And I can imagine that too. It's kind of crazy.
It's like, I'm
here.
Or no, it's like, who's that guy, Takiyanagi or whatever, or I forgot what his name was. He was like the boss, and he always like talks about how he's the biggest badass in the school. I can imagine somebody on the YouTube.
Yeah, and then he gets his ass kicked. I remember that. I missed that show. It was kind of
yeah.
fun.
I really liked. My favorite sketch in there was they have that one gang leader at the other school, and the thing with him is he's actually into comedy, but everybody thinks he hates jokes. So he's like sitting on this joke that he really wants to make, and he's considering like giving up his life as a gang leader for this joke, and just before and then at the end, just before he makes the joke, the guy he's always the chuckle fuck he's always beating up on makes the joke for him or ahead of him.
Yeah.
No, it was a great sketch. Even if it was a great sketch because of the comedy of it.
Yeah, my favorite one was about the robot.
Oh, where they start
basically
questioning whether or not they're seeing things.
Yeah, because you remember that, and there was also the guy that looked like
Freddie.
The lead singer from Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy looks like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury. It was so funny.
Cromartie High really is the best thing ever.
Yes, it was.
I'm glad I bought it.
How's it going?
Not too bad, JT. I was trying to listen to the stream, and you're really low.
Yeah, I know. It's because the well, it's just my microphone. That's the reason.
Like, everybody else comes across so crystal clear, and then you're like, all I hear you go.
Let me adjust the bandwidth. Let me adjust the bandwidth here. Can you hear me now?
Good!
Yeah, it's just my microphone's kind of not attuned to far away.
Gotcha. So, are you giving out Cromartie High spoilers?
We were just talking about Cromartie High. I used to watch that show back then. It was actually a pretty good show. But I watched it streaming when they had a streaming service on when I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
I also, you ever see XL Saga?
I watched a few episodes of XL Saga.
Yeah.
It's cheeky things.
Yeah. There was a lot of animes I used to watch. I mostly, right now, I'm just collecting old cartoon shows now. That's
like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry?
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get there. I'm collecting old shows from the 80s. Like I'm talking like
Go Ghostbusters?
Right now GoBots are possibly the one thing on my list. Ghostbusters I'll probably try to find.
You will not find it. I'm sorry. Good luck, but you will not find it.
I heard they actually released the DVD set
of which?
Of the real Ghostbusters.
Oh. Let's see. They had both of those, didn't they?
Yeah, they also released my favorite show called.
You guys just have to get off a few.
All right.
I actually recently purchased Brave Star: The Complete Collection, even though it's on a DVD box set. Even though it's not the full screen edition of it or the HD edition, it's fine by me. It's the DVD.
Sounds
edition.
familiar.
Brave Star? It's about some Native American who's trying to clean up this one horse
on
town.
Mars.
One of my.
Is it
on a different planet? Yeah.
Is it very much
I want to know
cartoon,
what
or
they were
on
sniffing.
on a planet called New Texas.
It looked a lot like Mars.
Yeah, it did look like Mars, but
Yeah, I
want to
know what they were sniffing and smoking in order to come up with some of these ideas. Like,
well, you got to realize it's the same people who did He-Man.
Like fucking Turbo-Teen?
Yeah, Turbo-Teen. Yeah, these were the same. Like Lou Schimmer, I think it was Lou. Lou actually was the producer of that show.
I remember one show.
He-Man has some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Beat.
I remember this one show that. Okay, I live in Canada, but you did used to get the Disney Afternoon and all the Spokane channels. So normally I would remember this one show. It was like a ripoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was like, instead of turtles, it was like everybody was dinosaurs.
So I leave and come back.
Dino saucers. Dino saucers.
T-Rex or something.
No.
So Leon has turned into Varric.
Pretty much.
Nope. I don't think so. I can actually play Payday 2 well.
Oh.
Oh, too bad he's not here for that part.
Sound like some fighting words to me, buddy.
No, I'll give Leon credit. He's really good at the stealth missions. See, I'm a loud kind of guy. Gun and assault rifle or sniper rifle and blow everybody up.
That's fine.
I prefer stealth myself. It's more fun and interesting.
It's fun sometimes. It breaks the monotony of it.
I don't know. I've always liked playing the stealthy role. I mean, if you look at any character I play in any other RPG game, it's always a rogue, thief, or something like that.
And I usually go with a tank or a melee DD. So what does that
I
tell
don't
you?
know. I always found the tanks boring. Oh, I gotta go do something. I'll be back again. God damn it.
Okay.
Instead of calling him Lord Nurgle, can we call him Lord Yo-Yo?
Well, we actually
Sorry, I
found
did-
out his history.
Big ass orb spider on my door.
They're harmless. They
I
eat
know.
other bugs.
So I decided
They're
to
your
send it out to the hall.
Friend. Friend.
We got like a lot of orb spiders in my basement.
In your basement?
There
Are you sure they're
I
orb
think
spiders
people are
then?
watching GG
I don't know. Well,
streams
they're small spiders.
of the older demographic of people.
They're like, I don't know,
watch games.
half an inch long spiders.
Really long spindly legs and very narrow body, or fat.
Yeah, I'd
little
say
body.
very average spider shape.
Yeah, I better tell Nurgle that he has a fan
Hmm?
that's telling him something on the stream. Let me go ahead and link it to you guys on the chat what they're saying.
I didn't even. Not working for me. Like I did the pop out, and I'm not seeing anything.
Hold on, here's the link. So what you up to, guys?
Dying in World of Tanks. Trying to keep my win percentage above 48%.
Well, in the world of tanks, you basically, if you're outnumbered, you basically back the fuck away from them and hit and run and hope to survive.
Sometimes. Or, depending upon the tank you have, you just run so far ahead of everybody that you do laps around the map. I've done that a couple times when I got yelled at.
Yeah, that's why I try to avoid playing World of Tanks.
Why? Because people like me that don't stay in the squads. That's alright, I can take criticism. Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing a TD, I'll hang back.
What's that other game? It's like World of Warships, is it?
Same company, basically.
Yeah, they made they did tanks, ships, and planes, and I'm guessing like everybody's liking the ship ones now.
I don't know if I'll jump ship into that.
It's a, I hear it's a lot slower, but and methodical.
Oh god, that game would probably kill me then. That game would probably absolutely murder me. I don't have that kind of an attention span.
That's weird.
I've been getting into the PvP in Guild Wars lately, giving everybody a good steel shafting.
Steel shaft.
So I'm guessing.
You lagged a little, or you're muted.
I guess you'd be a Geomancer then.
No, this is a Guild Wars. I'm playing a thief, and I'm backstabbing people.
Backstab. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm in a squad and they picked me first to shoot. See, your advice sucks, JT.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, well.
Who shot first is the question.
Yeah, who shot first? You gotta learn to hide, hit and run and hide.
Mr. Fiddle.
Mixus Spidlick.
Interesting. People have been. Mr. Fiddle was talking to me in the chat.
Yeah, I read the chat.
How long ago was that?
The streams are
about a minute and a half.
older demographic than the people that like to watch, which is true because I usually do check the analytics of mine, and I noticed that most people do like the analytics.
So, I mean, what is he suggesting? That I should do GamerGate streams with a gameplay going on?
No, you can go with game streams if you want to, man, to attract an audience. Most people, I know one chick that that isn't like a totally fake gamer girl, manages to attract the 13 and up crowd, and she's very popular among the Minecraft community, because she basically is known for building, you know, like she made a Zelda sword, building like a statue of Zelda, and she's been known to also build like she made like a Pokemon statue as well, and she's been known around the community as building her own stuff on Minecraft.
Well, I mean, you know what what I was trying to do with the GamerGate stuff, or with my channel, is I wanted to keep it all centralized on my channel and run, you know, the gameplay streams and keeping those separate from the GamerGate world, so that it's a way for me to stream and talk about shit and not focus on GamerGate about it. And then the podcast type streams were just to be about the GamerGate stuff. But maybe he's right. Maybe that is hindering my my ability to grow an audience on my channel.
Yeah.
Well, then you have to be willing to play a boring game.
I don't like boring games.
Yeah.
So you'd have to play Minecraft or Terraria or League of Legends.
Yeah.
I've wanted to play Terraria. That looked like an interesting game, and I don't like League of Legends. The thing is, right now, my streaming ability is limited to my PS4 because I don't have a capture card yet, and I don't have the equipment to start streaming anything else, nor do I have a gaming PC.
Personally, you know, people can play whatever the hell they want. If you want to play League of Legends, that's your thing. If you want to play like Battlefield,
play Chivalry,
or Chivalry.
Ugh, you mean Chivalry?
I mean, I could run some Mortal
I like the
Kombat
Star
X.
Wars
I do have
version
that,
of
but
Chivalry.
what I like,
I wish Chivalry would make a Star Wars version. They would make a lot of money off of this.
what I liked was there was this one video on YouTube. I guess this guy does like his series is he does I'm bad at X game.
Is that Darkside Phil?
No.
Okay.
He was doing like Chivalry, but he was just doing little montages of him playing with just with fists.
well, I mean, like, it's just right now, since it's all centralized in my PS4, I'm a little limited on what I can play, and I just don't have the funds available to go and buy any of the newer games that are out right now. I'm not going to start a fucking Patreon.
Would I gotta ask, would Darkside Phil ever admit that he's bad?
Nope.
Darkside Phil, you know what kills me
I'm
is
pressing buttons.
You know what kills me is Darkside Phil acts like he's not good at fighting games when he actually is. That's what kills me.
Are you sure about that?
Dude, the guy was a high-level player in the tournament scene. Trust me, the dude knows his shit, especially coming from the Street Fighter 2 Turbo environment back in that day. That's not scrub shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to like games where you can get like the. He doesn't seem to like the.
Like, I've watched him play Injustice, okay, where he's trying to be bad, and it's blatantly obvious that he's literally.
It's
fighting game shit.
So,
Because when you watch his shit, he tries to be bad at it.
Is he trying to be bad at like Blaze Blue, or is that just a different kind of fighting game to what he's used to?
He might be. It might just be that it's different than what he's used to. Because anime fighters are very different beasts than like Street Fighter and MKX and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
because I know with like this, with the anime fighters, it's always, or the main thing is, you can lose immediately in an anime fighter if you're against the right opponent.
Anime fighters, from what to me, I always thought anime fighters were like a balancing nightmare. But then again, MKX has a lot of issues in it right now that they still need to resolve. Same with Injustice, and I don't know about Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 is pretty solid as far as balance
I think
goes.
you're dreaming. They're probably not going to do anything else for Injustice.
No, Injustice is dead. it's dead. But I'm just saying it does have its issues, and that's why. And since MKX came along, I haven't even seen it in a tournament scene whatsoever. I haven't been able to get much involved with the tournament scene lately with MKX because I've had other things going on. And that and streaming and YouTubing and fucking GamerGate has taken away a lot of my time from being on the tournament scene too.
My problem with fighting games is I like fighting games, but I never have been able to master anything that need cancels.
Canceling is not hard to get down. It's just something you have to practice it. It's all fighting games are all muscle memory, especially if you play NRS games like MK and Justice.
Yeah,
and shit.
you just have to know. You just have to know the timing and what buttons to press on the timer.
Like a character I'm good with is like Sarah Bella in Skullgirls. I remember her.
Yeah.
And her ridiculous level 1 special.
Well, like, let's see.
Solo Bella can just like take down over half your HP with 1 bar.
Well, like when I played Injustice, I was a Hawk Girl main, and that was one of the hardest characters to actually play in tournament wise because it's a very uphill battle with her.
You don't think hard's kind of subjective?
Hard is subjective?
Yeah.
Well, what I mean by that is it's hard to win with her. She has a lot of downfalls to her. She's kind of slow. Sure, she can fly and she hits hard, but she's got a lot of bad matchups. It's very hard to overcome some of her matchups.
Okay, I'm wondering about the balancing for Tagger now.
I don't know shit about Blaze Blue's balance because I don't ever play it. I have it, but I don't play it.
I'm guessing that against like competent players, he's the ridiculous amounts of damages he can deal is justified, but against anybody below that.
Well, I'll say it like this. He's probably like what my buddy always tells me about Guilty Gear, and he's a Leo Whitefang player, and he always told me was people like Tager are like
Sweet cheeks, where you going?
Yeah.
Guilty Gear, where he's good, he's really good, but he's not the best. Like he can stand his ground, but he's not the best at standing his ground.
I have my problem with Tagger is whenever I'm fighting him, I'm playing as Makoto, who's very much rushed down.
Chick, isn't it?
Yeah. She's she's the boxer, so although she has 1 projectile, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I was always a Noel Vermilion player when I play that game, and I fool around with Talkaka a lot. You'll find that in almost every fighting game I play, I'm usually maining female characters, and I usually don't try to main female characters, it just ends up being that way.
Admit it, you like the boobs.
Well, I'll admit, I mean, Melina is my favorite character of all characters in the MK universe. And I became a Melina main in MKX, but I had to drop her to go to Sonya because she was more rushed down and more fit my style and because of the mix-ups that she could do. But
Speaking of MKX, how cheap is Cassie?
she has a vortex. If you know what a vortex is. Okay. I wouldn't say she's cheap, but she has mix-ups for days, and you are always going to be guessing overhead or low with her.
One thing I was wondering with the
quite execution heavy though. You got to really learn the run cancel mechanic with her.
Yeah, or practice on the thing.
Are you talking shop again?
Or practice with her.
Yeah, there's some characters in MKX you can pick up and just play, like Kung Jen, even Jax, but Cassie Cage is not one of those characters.
Really?
I gotta buy that game.
She's easy to learn, but hard to master. But like then there's characters like Melina, where it's a very unique fighting style that you have to get used to because she has no ability to break pressure. Really, her fastest attack her fastest normal is 9 frames, which gets outbeaten by a lot of the cast, like Liu Kang, Cassie, and Sonya. So they can apply pressure to her, and she can really get jailed out. And there's real no way out of the pressure unless you can meter burn her EX ball roll to get out of it. But the problem is there's also several attacks that can beat the EX ball roll and just punch you out of it and break the armor. So you have to play a sort of distancing game with Melina, and you got to use a lot of pokes and a lot of mix-ups because there's always a threat of an overhead EX ball roll coming out, especially if she has meter. So you always got to play that against your opponent and kind of be more mind game-ish with it.
I'll have to think about that next time.
I've been maining Melina since the MK2 days, and she's always been very hit and runish.
I've been wondering, did they fix that continual trip thing?
Oh yeah, you definitely don't have to worry about that.